Okay, today's lesson is on subtracting integers, and this lesson has to be done after you've completed section 1.2 lesson, which is on adding integers, because the way that we added integers is actually a way that we're going to subtract integers, which just follows a couple of little extra steps involved there. So let's watch the lesson, be ready to pause it where you needed to go to the next slide. So first, the process to follow to subtract integers is what we call add the opposite. And basically what that means is this first number in your subtraction problem stays exactly the same. Then you change your subtraction sign to an addition sign. And I know that's very strange because up until this point you've been told don't ever mess with that operation sign, but for subtracting integers that is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to change your subtraction sign to an add sign, and then this is the especially tricky part. You're going to find the opposite of this number. So that means if it was a positive 3, the opposite would make that negative 3. If this number here were negative 4, the opposite of that would be 4. Then once you've turned it into that, then you follow the adding rules, which of course are what we talked about yesterday. Same signs, add and keep the same sign. If you have different signs, subtract and use the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact. So a little shortcut that I use to help me remember this thing is the KCC. So K stands for keep the sign exactly the same. C stands for change the subtraction to an addition. And then C again means to change this number to its opposite. So I write this little acronym there, KCC, to kind of guide me through how I want us to do this numbers. So first number stays the same, change the subtraction sign to an addition, and then find the opposite of the second number. So for an example, we have 3 minus 12. So I simply just write underneath it KCC. So I know I'm going to keep that 3 exactly the same. I'm going to change my minus sign to a plus, and then I'm going to find the opposite of 12. So then my problem is going to turn into this. 3 stayed exactly the same. I changed my minus sign to a plus, and I found the opposite of 12, which is negative 12. Then I follow my adding integer rules. So these have different signs, so I'd have to subtract. 12 minus 3 is 9, and this one's more negative, so I keep the negative. The answer would be negative 9. Now I know that this seems tricky, but as you keep practicing it, you'll get better and better at it. So the next one we have here is negative 8 minus a negative 13. Lots of minus signs here. But again, I write down KCC. So I keep this first number the same, change this to a plus sign, and find the opposite of negative 13, which is positive 13. So it becomes negative 8 stays the same, minus sign here turns into plus, and of course the opposite of negative 13 is 13. Then I follow the adding integer rules. These have different signs again, so I'm going to subtract. 13 minus 8 is 5, and I use the sign of the bigger number, so my answer should be positive 5. Okay, third example here. 5 minus negative 4. Again, I write KCC to guide me through. So 5 stays exactly the same. I change the minus sign to a plus, and I find the opposite of negative 4, which is 4. So now my problem looks like this. 5 stayed the same. I changed the minus sign to a plus, and then I changed the negative 4 to its opposite of 4. Now, of course, these have same signs, so then I can just add and keep the same sign, so my answer would be 9. What I would like you to do now is pause the video and try answering each of these ones on your own, and then we will check to see how you did on each of them. Sorry about that. I had a student or a teacher who had to ask me a question, so we'll check these ones that you're supposed to do on your own. So again, 8 stays the same. Minus changes to a plus, and the opposite of 3 is negative 3. So you should get 8 plus negative 3. And of course these have different signs, so I subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number, so my answer would be 5. Again, 9 stays the same. Minus turns to plus, and the opposite of 17 is negative 17. So these have different signs, so I would subtract, and I use the sign of the bigger number, so that gives me negative 8. Again, negative 3 stays the same. The minus sign turns into a plus. The opposite of 3 is negative 3. Then I have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign, which gives me negative 6. Okay, these bottom ones. So again, negative 14 stays the same. Then I change the minus sign here to a plus, and the opposite of 9 is negative 9. These have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign. That gives me an answer of negative 23. Again, keep the same sign, change the minus sign to a plus, and the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. And some people ask me, why do they put parentheses around the negatives in this one? And that's just because they want you to clearly see that this is a minus sign here, and this is a negative 8 here. Sometimes if they didn't have the parentheses, it might just look like one big minus sign. So they just put those parentheses in there to separate the numbers. So then that turns into 9 plus 8, which of course has same sign, so I add and keep the same sign. The answer is 17. This one I often have students who get the wrong answer on this one because they don't follow the process. So again, keep, change, change. Negative 12 stays negative 12. I change the minus sign to a plus, and the opposite of negative 12 is of course 12. So that turns into negative 12 plus 12, which is 0, because those have different signs, and I subtract and use the sign of the bigger number, but when I subtract 12 minus 12, it's just going to give me 0. All right, next question is a lot trickier because now we're not just subtracting 2 numbers, we're actually subtracting a series of 3 numbers. But we solve it from left to right, so I still follow the same pattern, it's just we have to do it from left to right. So first I write KCC, which means negative 7 stays negative 7. Change this minus sign to a plus, and then the opposite of negative 12 is positive 12. So then rewriting that problem right there, that gives me negative 7 plus 12. Now I know I still have this minus 14 out here, but I need to solve this part first because I have to solve this problem from right to left. And negative 7 plus 12 has different signs, so I would subtract and use the sign of the bigger number. Well, 12 minus 7 is of course 5, and I use the sign of the bigger number, which is 12, so I have now 5 minus 14. Now I'm not finished yet because again I follow the keep, change, change. 5 stays the same. I change the minus to a plus, and the opposite of 14 would be negative 14. Then follow those adding integer rows. Those have different signs, so I'm going to subtract. 14 minus 5 leaves me with 9, and this one is the bigger number, so my answer would be negative 9. That's the way you have to solve these ones. You have to solve them from left to right. People are tempted to do this part first and then go back to this part, but you're not going to get the right answer of negative 9 if you solve it that way. Just break it down, K, C, C, solve those two, then K, C, C, and then solve the last two, and you'll end up with the final answer in the end. So once again, try these ones on your own, pause the video, and then we'll check to see if you got them right or where you might have made your mistakes. Okay, I'm going to show all of these at the same time because it's hard for me to cover up here and there, so I'm just going to go through them. So keep, change, change, negative 9 plus negative 16. Those have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign. That gives me negative 25. Then I subtract 8. Well, again, keep, change, change. I had to squeeze that in there. So negative 25 plus negative 8. Those have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign, negative 33. Okay, negative 4 minus 20, keep, change, change. That's negative 4 plus a negative 20, because the opposite of 20 is negative 20. Those have same sign, so I add and keep the same signs. That's negative 24. Then I bring down the minus 9. Keep, change, change, negative 24 plus negative 9. Those again have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign. Gives me the same answer as the last one, negative 33. Okay, keep, change, change turns into 0 plus negative 9. Well, 0 plus negative 9 actually has different signs, so you'd subtract. 9 minus 0, though, of course, is 9. And the bigger number is 9, so you keep that sign. So negative 9 minus a negative 5. Keep, change, change means negative 9 plus positive 5, because the opposite of negative 5 is 5. Then I have different signs here, so I'm going to have to subtract. And I use the sign of the bigger number. That gives me negative 4. Last one. Keep, change, change means I get negative 8 plus the opposite of negative 6 is 6. Now those have different signs, so I'd subtract. That gives me 2, and the bigger number is 8, so it would be negative 2. Then I bring down the 0 again. Now technically I know you can do negative 2 minus 0 would just be negative 2, but it still works if we do keep, change, change. Negative 2 stays the same, change the minus sign to a plus, and then changing 0 to its opposite just keeps it 0, so you still get negative 2 as your final answer. Okay, a real world application for this one. Which continent has the greater range of elevations? In order to find the range, you subtract the highest from the lowest. So I'm really going to have two subtraction problems here. This number minus this number, and then this number minus this number. So each problem is going to look like this, which means they're both subtracting integers. So again, I'm going to follow the process. Keep, change, change. So 6,198 is going to stay the same. Minus turns into plus, and the opposite of negative 86 is, of course, positive 86. So then I have same sign, so I add and keep the same sign. So North America has 6,284 as their range of elevation in meters. So again, keep, change, change. 5,895 stays the same. Change the minus sign to a plus, and the opposite of negative 155 is 155. Same sign, so I add and keep the same sign, so that gives me a range of 6,050. Well, now if I'm comparing these two ranges, this one is obviously the greater number, so that means North America is the continent that has the greater range of elevations. All right, last time, you can pause the video and try doing this one on your own. All right, to check your answer here, again, 5,700 minus a negative 10, keep, change, change. 5,700 stays the same. Change the minus sign to a plus, and then the opposite of negative 10 is 10. Then those have same sign, so I add and keep. 5,710 meters would be the range of elevations in Mexico. All right, next up, I'll get you started on your homework assignment. So, of course, it's in bigideasmath.com, and you log in, and then you'll find the 1.3 homework assignment on subtracting integers. So the first question says, match the subtraction expression with the corresponding addition expression. So again, keep, change, change. So I keep 9 the same. I change that minus sign there to a plus. And then the opposite of negative 5 would be 5. So the resulting addition expression would be 9 plus 5, which means you would select that one as your answer. Question number 5, same thing. Match the subtraction expression with the corresponding addition expression. Keep, change, change. So negative 9 stays exactly the same. Change the minus sign to a plus. And the opposite of 5 would be negative 5, so the resulting addition expression would be negative 9 plus negative 5, which would be this one right there. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Remember, if you ever have any questions, you can always send me an email or log into my Zoom during office hours. Thanks for watching.